Hello students, welcome to Summer 1. This is Mrs. Mercado speaking, and I am going to be your instructor for the Summer 1 session, and the course is ACNT, which is Accounting 1303, V01. This is Introduction to Accounting 1. Okay? So what this short orientation is going to do, it's basically going to provide you a short overview of how the course is structured, how to get access to Cengage, how to retrieve your syllabus, all of this information, okay? So I do expect for students to listen to the orientation because I do provide a lot of information. That way they become familiar, and that way they have clear what the expectations are for the course, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started on how to access my course, okay? The first thing you need to do is you need to go to southtexascollege.edu. Okay? It's going to take you to a webpage similar to this. And then on the top right hand side, there's a link that says Blackboard. Okay, you're going to click on that link. It's going to ask you for your username and password. That should have been provided to you by the Office of Admissions. So you have your username and password. You log in. And then that's taken, the students are taken to their central page where they have the list of all of the courses that they're taking. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find the class. This is the class that I'm doing this orientation for. This is Accounting 1303 V01. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on it. And it's going to open my actual class. Okay. So this is the class. This is my course, how I have it structured on Blackboard. I highly recommend that students log into Blackboard every day. Okay. This is a summer session. This is a very short session. We're basically covering what we cover in 17 weeks. We're covering it in 5 weeks. Okay? So do expect to invest a lot of time in this course. Okay? Not just because it's a summer class does it mean that it's going to be easier, that you're not going to have any assignments, that you can procrastinate. No. If you're taking a summer class, you should know that the expectations are very high. You are expected from day number 1 to log in and start working. Okay? So, on the top section, we have my general information. You've got my name. My office is in Star Campus. My office phone number, my email, and my office hours. Okay. During the summer, I do not work out of my office. I work from home because my classes are online. But you can contact me via email or via Blackboard Messages, and I'll show you in a bit. But I have my office hours here. They're from Monday through Friday from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Okay. So, below that, you have the orientation, which is what you're listening to right now. Make sure that you listen to it in full. Then the next folder we have is the essential course information. Okay. On the top part, you have a little bit of information about myself. Okay. Just like most of you, I started my education here in South Texas College. I obtained my accounting clerk certificate. Then my Associates of Applied Science in Business Administration from South Texas College. I then transferred to the University of Texas Pan American, where I obtained my bachelor's in accounting and then a master's in accounting. Okay, so I have a bachelor's and a master's in accounting. I am currently a full-time student, just like yourselves. I am working on my PhD in business administration with specialization in organizational leadership. I am super excited because I am in my dissertation phase. I am almost done with my PhD, so I am really looking forward to that. Okay. I've been teaching both online and in a traditional classroom setting. During the summer, because of COVID-19, most of the summer classes have been transferred over to an online environment just to be on the safe side. So I do have experience teaching either whether it be traditional or online. Okay. I've been teaching here at South Texas College since the fall of 2014, so I've been here about 6 years. And I really love what I do. Okay. Now, before working for South Texas College, I used to work in banking. I've got about 14 years of banking experience. The last job I had was I was a vice president. I was an operations project manager. I have experience in, I was a accounting manager, accounting supervisor. I did financial statements, budgets, account reconciliations, fixed assets. I do have experience in the workplace. Okay. I was responsible for hiring, for firing individuals in the department. So I don't just, I just didn't go to school and now I'm teaching. No, I actually have application where I actually worked out in the field. Okay? So, faculty expectations. What do I expect from my students? Okay? And I think all of my students are wonderful. I think all of my students are bright. It's just a matter of how they apply themselves. Okay? I'm very strict because when you go out there in the workforce, you are expected to be on time. You are expected to deliver whatever work you have to deliver. You are expected, to adhere to certain rules. So I'm training my students kind of like in that way. So I'm very strict on policies regarding assignment submissions. Okay? All of my assignments are clearly outlined in your syllabus along with the due dates. Okay? So from day number 1, you know exactly what's going to happen. What assignments need to get done, when they are due. Okay? I do not accept excuses. Okay? The only time I will accept and provide students with an opportunity to make up an assignment is if they are sick, they were in the hospital, something major in their life happened. Okay? And they have documentation, they have proof. You know what, miss? My son, I've had situations where, your parents and your child was in the hospital. You had to be there with him. I understand. Your father, your mother is sick. They had surgery. I understand. I've had students that are pregnant and they had a baby during the semester. I understand. Okay? Those are valid reasons for you not to complete your assignment. Okay? An excuse is, miss, I forgot. That is not valid. Okay? I had work. Well, you should have known because I give you 7 days to complete your assignments. All of us work. I work, you work. We need to be able to schedule our time and make sure that we meet our deadlines. Having work is not an excuse, okay? Because you knew you had to work and you knew you had my homework. So you need to figure out whether I wake up early in the morning, I stay late at night to work on my assignments, okay? It's just a preference for the student. I like to work at night. During the day, I focus on my classes, I focus on my family, I focus on, other things I have to do. At night, when my house is quiet, what do? I sit down. Starting at 9 p.m., I work from 9 p.m. to 1 in the morning. And that's when I do my work, my homework. Okay? So you need to figure out what works best for you. Okay? I'm not telling you to stay up in the middle of the night. I'm just telling you that you need to figure out, okay, this is my work schedule. How can I fit my class into my work schedule? That is your job. You need to figure that out, okay? So, I don't accept late assignments. The times that I'm available during the summer, like I said before, Monday through Friday from 10:30 to 11:30 every day. I check my emails every day, Monday through Friday, okay? If you have a question, I will answer it Monday through Friday, and I'm usually very responsive unless I'm not at home. Maybe I have a doctor's appointment. One of my children has a doctor's appointment, then I'm not home. Maybe it'll take me a little bit longer, but I'll make sure that I respond to all of my students' inquiries by the end of the day. Okay, so I'm very responsive. Okay, grades are automatically given to you when you complete your assignment. You're gonna know exactly what you got. Okay, the grade is issued automatically. If there are any manual assignments that I need to grade manually, I usually grade them within the first 3 days. I've given myself a 5-day window, but I really like to get them out as soon as possible. Okay? I post announcements every Monday. Okay? Those announcements, I post them in Blackboard. And those announcements are basically reminding you of what needs to get done that particular week. Okay? So I do post weekly announcements with a recap. Okay, students, this is what's gonna happen this week. These are the assignments that need to be completed. Okay? These are the course learning outcomes assigned by the state. This is what students need to have mastered by the end of the semester. We have to define accounting terminology. We have to analyze and record business transactions in a manual and computerized environment. We have to complete the accounting cycle. We have to prepare financial statements. We have to apply accounting concepts related to cash and payroll. We have to learn how to prepare a bank reconciliation, and we need to learn how to correct accounting errors, okay? So these are items that are going to be heavily tested on. The assignments are going to be really focused on these areas because we do need to master them, okay? The course structure, I'll go over that in a little bit, but basically what happens every week is you need to read the designated chapters. You are not to attempt the assignments before reading. Reading comes first. Reading must happen. Okay? You cannot complete a problem or understand what's going on if you haven't read the content. So reading is very important. That needs to be done. Then you're going to have your assignments for every chapter. You're going to have a quiz and you're going to have a homework. Okay? You have 2 tries for both the homework and the quiz. And I will keep the highest grade that you earn. Okay? So you have 2 tries and I keep the highest grade. The homework, you have unlimited time to complete it during that specified period of time that week. Okay? You can work on the homework, save it, and then resume later. Okay? Now the quizzes, once you start the quiz, you need to finish the quiz. And you only have 60 minutes to complete the quiz. The quizzes are timed. Remember, you have 2 tries for the homework, 2 tries for the quiz. I keep the highest grade earned. The quiz is timed. You have 60 minutes. The homework, you can take as long as you want on that particular time frame given to you for the assignment. Okay? Now, after you complete your assignments close on Sunday at 11 p.m. After your assignments close on Sunday, the solutions are going to become available. You're going to be able to go back and see the feedback. You're going to go back and see what you got wrong, what you got right, and you're going to get to see the correct answers. Okay? Only the students that attempted the assignments will have access to the solutions. If you didn't complete the quiz or the homework, the solutions will not become available. Okay? So it is very important that you attempt every single assignment that is issued to you. Okay? All assignments must be completed. Okay? You're going to have 2 exams in this particular summer session. You're going to have 2 exams worth 250 points each. So the 2 tests are worth 50% of your overall pass grade. I do give a review for the exams. You know, I tell you exactly what's going to be on the test. You get to go back and review the problems. All of the problems are coming from your homework. Okay? So I encourage that you complete all of your homework problems. That way you practice and you'll become familiar so when you take the test. Okay? So the homework is intended to provide you with hands-on application. You practice the problems and then you'll see that in your exam at a later point in time. Okay? For the exams, I also give 2 tries, 2 attempts. And the reason I give 2 attempts is because sometimes students have issues with connectivity, you know, with the system, whatever the case might be. Okay? You are not required to use both attempts, but the second attempt is available either if you had issues, technical issues, or if you just want to improve your grade. Okay? So you're going to have 2 tests, and then you're going to have a project. The project deals with the accounting cycle. Okay? You're going to have that project as well. Everything, all of these assignments, homework, quizzes, tests, and project are all going to be done in Cengage. Okay, so you do need access to Cengage. This is a textbook that we're going to be using. We're going to be using College Accounting 23rd edition, chapters 1 through 15. Okay, we are using Cengage now. What Cengage does, it provides unlimited access to all of their resources for $119.99 a semester. Okay, so if you're taking several classes, maybe in accounting and business and marketing, and they're using Cengage, you just have to pay $119.99 and you'll have access to all of the courses, all of the textbooks, all of the platforms that you need. So it's a pretty good deal. Okay, so the access to the Cengage Unlimited gives you access to the platform, which is See Now. That is where you're going to be completing your assignments. It also gives you access to the electronic book. Okay, you'll have an access to an ebook. Okay, this is the book that we're going to be using. Okay, this is just general information about how to, you know, communicate. If you have any technical difficulties, this is some contact information that you have that you can utilize to contact those people. Okay, let me go back to start here. Okay, the next folder we have is the syllabus, the schedule, and how to access Cengage. Okay. Here I've uploaded the syllabus both in doc format and in PDF format, whatever works for you. Okay, I'm going to open the PDF file. I'm not going to go over all of the syllabus, but I do want you to print it out, have a folder for my class. Okay, so the syllabus is going to have my contact information, my chair's contact information, course information, and what we're going to be learning in the class. are course learning outcomes, how they're going to be assessed. So, for example, our CLO number 1, define accounting terminology. That's going to be assessed in test number 1. The CLO number 2, analyze and record business transactions in a manual and computerized environment. That's going to be assessed in the accounting cycle problem or project, so on and so forth. Okay, I've already gone over the textbook information. Students, this is an online class. Okay, students are required to have access to a computer with reliable internet access. Okay, and I know that due to COVID-19, a lot of the public libraries had been closed. STC campuses had been closed, and I had students say, Miss, I don't have a computer. Okay, it is your responsibility. You are taking an online class. You do need to have access to a computer with internet. Okay, you also need a calculator. You also need a flash drive. Okay, I didn't put it here, but you do need access to either a speaker or a headset. That way you can listen to my lecture. Okay, because I do post lectures. I recorded some lectures explaining how to solve some problems. So you do need access to either a speaker or a headphone so you can be able to listen to those lectures. Okay. This is how I'm going to be grading. I'm going to be grading. You're going to have 2 tests. The tests are going to be worth 50%. Your homework assignments are going to be worth 25%. Your semester project is going to be worth 15%. And your quizzes are worth 10%. That gives you 100%. Okay? All assignments are due on the due date. I do not accept any or issue out any makeup assignments or any makeup exams. Okay? I urge you that you log into Blackboard daily. Okay? This is a summer class. You need to keep up with it. Okay? This is how I'm going to grade. If you earn between 900 and 1,000 points, you get an A. If you earn between 800 and 899 points, you get a B. 700 to 799 points, you get a C. 600 to 699 points, you get a D. And anything between 0 to 599 points, you get an F. Okay? So, and I'll show you in a bit how you can accumulate those points. Okay? How are those points distributed? Okay? Attendance, this is an online class, so I really can't take attendance. All of you go in there whenever you can to complete your assignments. But I do need to see activity. I do need to see you completing your assignments. Okay? Now let me see here. Attendance, the census for the summer 1 session is June the 9th. So by that time, you should have completed at least 1 assignment so I can mark you present in class. Okay? So it's very important that you start working on your assignments immediately. Okay? If for whatever reason you need to withdraw from the class, it is the student's responsibility to withdraw. Okay? If you do not withdraw, I will not drop you. Okay? That is your job. If you are not going to complete the semester, you need to go out to the Office of Admissions and complete the withdrawal form. Okay? If you do not drop, then you're going to get the grade that you earned, and that can be an F, and that can affect your GPA, that can affect your financial aid. Okay? So it's very important that if you do need to drop, you complete the withdrawal process as soon as possible. Okay? So this is just general information. I'm going to let you all read all that. If you have any form of disability, if you're pregnant, if you need any accommodations, just reach out to the different areas, and then they'll contact me with the specifics as to how I need to accommodate you. Okay? I've already gone over the course structure that you can read on your own. You can read over your question and answer. I do want to highlight one thing is if you do have a question and either you email me or you send me a Blackboard message, I do need to know specifically what your question is. I need to know what question you're working on, and I need to see you attempt to solve it. Okay, that way I can review your work and provide guidance. I'm not simply going to give you the answer. Okay, I need to see what you're doing so I can correct and guide you to being able to complete the problem correctly. Okay, so I'm going to let you all read through this. The technology requirements, you need a computer with internet. I post videos, so you need access to speakers or a headset to be able to listen to the information. Okay, so I'm going to let you read all of this. Academic integrity. I do not tolerate people cheating. Okay, When you go out there to the workforce, you need to know that you are capable of doing whatever it is that they're expecting you to know. And you're not going to learn that by cheating. Okay? You're only cheating yourself. If I find out that you are cheating, I will report you and you will be expelled. Okay? So I do not tolerate people cheating in any way or form. Okay? So I'm going to let you read all that. Then the next part we have is the schedule. This is very important. This is why I want you to print out your syllabus. Okay? I break down the semester by week. This is where we're going to be completing week number 1. So week number 1, you're going to set up your Cengage account. You're going to listen to the orientation. You're going to do a tutorial on how to use and navigate Cengage. And then we're going to start working on chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. We have 3 chapters to cover in week number 1. These are the assignments that need to be completed. So we have the tutorial, we have chapter 1 quiz, chapter 1 homework, chapter 2 quiz, chapter 2 homework, chapter 3 quiz, chapter 3 homework, okay? These are the assignments that need to be completed. You have from Monday, June the 1st, through Sunday, June the 7th to complete it, okay? So you know exactly what needs to happen. For week number 2, the same thing. Okay, we're going to cover chapter 4, 5, and 6. And you have the assignments that need to be completed right here. You also need to start reviewing for test number 1, which is going to be from chapters 1 through 6. Okay. Now, week number 3, you're going to take your test at the beginning of the week. The test is going to be available on Monday, June the 15th, through Wednesday, June the 17th. Okay. Once you're done with the test, you jump over to working on your comprehensive problem that deals with the accounting cycle. You have the entire week to complete that problem. Okay. Then on week number 4, we're going to cover chapter 7, 8, and 9, and you're going to review for the final exam. Okay. And then the last week, which is week number 5, we're going to have the final exam, and it's going to be available from Monday through Wednesday. Okay. All of the due dates, all of the assignments are clearly outlined. Okay. Now the last page of your syllabus gives you a grading point system. Okay, these are your quizzes, how much points they're worth, your homework, your test, and your project. Okay, so your quizzes are worth 100 points, your homework is worth 250, your test is worth 500, and your project is worth 150. Okay, that gives us the 1,000 points that we were referencing on our grading scale. Okay. So this is the syllabus. Make sure you print it out. You have some information here on how to access Cengage. There's a video. I'm going to just click on it, but I'm not going to run it. I'm just going to let you see. There's a video here that explains how to log in. Look at the video.
It's the beginning of the term, and you need to act.
So you have a video, and you also have a guide here as to how to create your account in Cengage. Okay? So make sure that you review this information. We have just information about Blackboard, the different departments. This is just general information for you. We have the Cengage user guide. You have a flyer here that you can review. It provides you information about how Cengage works. Okay, the pricing, all of that is available, and you have a guide, okay, on how to log in. All of that is provided to you. Just make sure you pace yourself and you read all of that information. Now, anytime you see a little image like this that has a little blue circular motion going on, that means that it's an external link to Cengage. Okay, so if you click on it, it's going to redirect you out of Blackboard and into the Cengage platform. Okay? So if you need to go complete your assignments, you can just click this link. Okay? I've also created on your left hand side a box or a menu option that's titled Cengage Login Assignments. If you click on it, you're going to have access to the class, to the dashboard, to the ebook, the companion side. If you have any technical questions, you have technical support, and then your assignments begin. So if you want to complete chapter 2 homework, you can just click the link here. If you see it has a circular motion, if you click on it, it's going to take you to your homework in Cengage. Okay, so that is available. All of the assignments are included. Okay. On your menu bar, the start here, we've already gone over. This is all of the information that's included. You have to review all of that information. Now we're going to go to course content. Okay. My course is structured on a weekly basis. Every week you're going to see a new folder populate. Okay. So for example, this is what week 1 looks like. We're going to do the course introduction. We're going to do chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. If you click on it, it's going to open another window. Okay. It's going to give you an overview of the chapters. It's going to give you the objectives. What are you anticipating learning in those chapters? Okay. It's going to give you PowerPoints so you can use to review. It's going to have videos where I explain how to calculate some of the problems that you're going to be seeing. Then you have a reminder of the assignments that need to be completed by June the 7th. Okay? So that way you don't forget what needs to happen this week. Everything is put together under the week 1. The same thing for week 2. You're just going to click on the button, and then it's going to give you information for week number 4, the objectives, the videos, and then the assignments that need to be completed. Okay? So that is the structure of the course content. It basically highlights for you everything that is going to be completed by week. Okay? Discussions. I usually don't post any discussions for this class, but if anything comes up, this is where you would see the discussions. Okay. Announcements. I do post announcements. I post announcements usually every Monday, reminding students of the assignments that need to be completed for that week. Okay. So here you see it's a welcome announcement. I'm welcoming my students to summer 1. You'll see announcements posted randomly throughout the semester, reminding students of any due dates, any assignments that need to be completed. Okay. Then you have Blackboard Messages. This is how you can communicate with either myself or with your fellow classmates. Okay, you just create a message. On the 2, you select the 2 button. You highlight the name of the person that you want to message. Okay, take the arrow over here, and then that name is moved over, and then you can type. Okay. So some students want to send a general message to all of their classmates. They can do that here, or just their group members if they're working on a group project, whatever the case might be. Okay. But this is how you send a Blackboard message. This is my preferred method of communicating, okay, through Blackboard. So that way I know what class you're in, and all of the information is stored within the class shell. Okay. But this is how you would send a Blackboard message. You put a title here. Maybe you have I'm having problems with homework 3, or with chapter 3 homework. Please help. Okay. That can be the title, and then here you explain what's going on. But I want to see what you're doing so I can provide guidance. Okay. So that is your Blackboard Messages. There's an online chat here that you can use to chat with either myself or with your classmates. That's the calendar. This is where you're going to keep track of your grades. As you start completing the grades, the gradebook will start filling up. Okay? The grades will automatically be flowing in from Cengage. Okay. Then we have the Cengage login. Okay? This is where all of your Cengage resources are located. Okay? So just go over this information. Don't feel bad that you're going to break anything. Just click on it and review the information provided. Okay? So this is an overview of how my course is structured in Blackboard. Very straightforward, very simple. I try to include as much information as possible. That way you can become familiar with the information. Have information ahead of time. That way you can prepare. Okay? Now, your assignments. Where am I going to do my assignments, Mrs. Mercado? Your assignments are going to be done in Cengage. Okay, that's awesome. How do I get to Cengage? Okay? If you go to the Start Here tab, towards the bottom, you see this link right here. You're going to click on it. By clicking the link, you're going to be redirected into Cengage. Now, if this is your first time using Cengage, let me see if I can try it. If it's your first time using Cengage, it's going to ask you to create a username and password. Okay. Right now, if you saw, it took me directly into Cengage. Why? Because I've been using Cengage for years. I already have an account established with them. You only need to set up your account once. After you set it up once, the system will automatically know who you are when you log into Blackboard. Okay. So let's say, for example, I'm ready. I've listened to the orientation. I've read chapter 1. Okay. I want to work on chapter 1 homework and chapter 1 quiz. How do I get there? Well, you're going to go to start here. You're going to go to the little link that says accounting 1303, and you're going to click on it. Okay, you're going to get something that's loading. Okay, and something went wrong. Let me see. I've been having issues with my internet, so just give me a minute here. Okay, finally it loaded. Okay, so you're going to see something similar to this. Okay, now here you have several options. Okay, you can purchase the access to Cengage Unlimited in the bookstore, or you can purchase it online. Okay, so Cengage offers students a free trial period, and that trial period depends on the semester. For the regular semester, it's 14 days. For a summer session, I think they shrink that to 7 days. Okay, but it just depends on the semester. Okay, but just you will have maybe 7 days of free access for the course. But regardless, you have to purchase the access. So you either register with an access code that you purchase from the bookstore, or you can buy it from here. Okay, now this is what you get with Cengage Unlimited. Okay, you have access to the textbook for my class. You have access to any ebook that they have in their platform. If you are a person that physically needs a book, you can rent out a copy for only $7.99. Okay, free shipping, so you can do that. You have access to a whole bunch of resources, if you can see here. So if you're going to use your debit or credit card to pay, you just click on this button, and then it's going to ask you, what do you want? You want 1 term, which is 4 months, 1 year, which is 12 months, or 2 years. Okay, the more you buy, the better the price. So if you know you're going to be working on an associate's and you're going to need access for 2 years, then $239 is what you would pay, and you would have access to all of the ebooks, all of the resources for Cengage for 2 full years. Okay, now this is up to you. Okay, but this is what you need to do. It's going to ask you to select. Okay, I'm going to select the 1 term. Okay, and then it's going to ask you for your payment information. This is where you're going to enter your username, your first name, last name, your email, all of the information so you can buy your access code. Okay, so that's how you purchase the access. Okay, now what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to use my free trial period. Okay, I'm going to open my course. And give it a minute. And then it's going to take you into Cengage. Okay, and this is where you're going to have the information. Now, I'm recording this lecture before the semester starts, so right now there are no assignments per se. But let me show you from my end. Let me exit the student view and let me go into my view, the professor view. So you can see, just click on that link and it'll take me to my class. Okay. I've created the assignments for you. Okay, so you have a tab that says assignments, and that's where you're going to see all of the assignments that need to be completed. Okay, you will only see the assignments that need to be completed for that week. Okay, once a new week opens, you'll see the assignments for that next week there. Okay, once the assignment closes, you will not be able to complete the assignment at that point. I don't accept late assignments, so you only have that window that's designated for the specific assignments to complete it. Okay, and to access them, then you just click on the assignment. Okay, and I'm gonna let's show you how a homework assignment looks. Well, let me go back because the chapter 1 homework is super easy. Let me go chapter 2. Okay, so this is how the assignment is going to look for you. Okay, it's going to tell you here that you have 2 takes. and it's going to give you information about the assignment, and I want to start the assignment. Okay, so this is the assignment that we have. For chapter 2, you have to do 5 problems. Okay, so this is a problem. Now, some of these problems, not all of them, but some of them have a video. Okay, so if you see up here where it says show me how, you click on it, it takes you to a video.
This exercise provides another opportunity to analyze the impact of transactions on the accounting equation.
So you see there, it gives you a short video, and it's going to help you guide you as to how to complete the problem. Okay, so you have the show me how. If you need to refresh yourself with the textbook, you know, it takes you back to the area specifically that talks about this problem. So if you click on it, it'll take you to the ebook. Okay. And then you can read the section, refresh yourself, and then you can work on the problem. Okay. So this is what the electronic book looks like. Okay. Now that I'm here, I might as well show you. There's several features on the ebook. You know, you can just if you click on it, it'll give you the table of contents for the chapter that you're working on, or you can just look at the whole book. But you can just click on the specific section that you want to read. Okay, you can highlight, take notes, you can do a lot of wonderful things. Now, I know some students struggle with reading, they don't like to read, whatever the case might be. If you don't like to read, there's a little button right here that has a man or a person talking. If you click on it,
financial statements. 3 financial statements commonly prepared by a business entity are the income statement, statement of owner.
So you see, it reads to you. So if you don't want to read, you can sit down, click the button, and the computer will automatically read it to you. Okay, so this is wonderful. Okay, so this is how you access your ebook for that particular section. You have a calculator here that you need to solve. Okay, and then you can print it out. I have some students, they say, Miss, I'd rather print it out, work it out in paper, and then I'll just transfer the information. That is perfectly fine with me. Okay, if you see on the bottom, it says that I'm giving you 5 tries, 5 check my works. So you can click this check my work button. So let's say, for example, you work on letter E, and you want to see if you got it right. You click check my work, and it'll let you know if you got it right or if you got it wrong. You only have 5 of those tries included. So what I like to encourage my students is that you try or attempt the whole problem, and then the system is going to mark what's right and mark what's wrong. Whatever is right, it's going to tell you, okay, this is correct, you have no need to change it, and then you can focus on the area that you need to change or correct. Okay, but this is how the assignments are done. You see, it has a video, it show me how video, and then you have to complete this. So this is how your homework is going to look. Once you're ready to submit, you just submit assignment for grading. Okay, if, let's say, for example, I'm working on my homework and I need to stop what I'm doing because I have to go cook dinner. Okay, so I worked out this problem, and I'm just going to enter numbers here, whatever the case might be, whatever numbers. Okay, so I'm just doing, I've been doing my work. Okay, I'm going to save this. Okay, I don't want to lose everything. I've been working on this problem for an hour. I want to save it. Okay, so here you have a button that says save and exit. What that does, it's going to save your work, and next time you just open it up and you resume it. Okay, if you submit your assignment for grading, then that's 1 attempt. Remember, you have 2 tries. That is considered 1 attempt, and then it's going to give you a grade. Okay, if you have a question about a problem, you can email me directly, and I'll get a visual representation of what you're looking at. Okay, so those are your options right there. So on Cengage, you also have a grade book, but I recommend that you look at your grade book from Blackboard, because that includes everything. So if you're going to look at how many points you've earned, always refer to your grade book and Blackboard. Okay, so that is how you access Cengage. You just go to the Start Here tab, you click on the button right here, and it's going to redirect you to Cengage. The first time that you log in, you have to create a username and password. Every time thereafter, the system is automatically going to know who you are. In order to access Cengage, you need to go through my course. I've linked my class to Cengage, so you can't log into Cengage.com and enter your username and password and you'll see my class. That will not work for you. In order for you to be able to access my class, you need to first get into Blackboard. Once you're in Blackboard, you click the link and then the system will send you to my class in Cengage. Okay? So the only way to access my class in Cengage is through Blackboard. You need to click this button. And you have the option of either selecting this button right here under the Start Here, or you can go to Cengage Login Assignments, and you can either click the first one, it'll take you there, or if you know that you want to work on a specific assignment, let's say I know I want to work on Chapter 1 quiz, just click on it, and it'll take you to the quiz, okay? So, this is the quiz, and it'll tell you here, you know, it's the same layout as the homework, but remember that the quizzes are timed. Okay, so here you have 13 questions on your quiz, and you need to make sure that you complete it within the allotted time frame, which is an hour. Okay, you have a calculator, and if you have any issues, you can report the content right here. Okay, here you don't have any options to save. The only option you have is to submit your grade for grading, your test for grading. So you have 60 minutes, and then you submit it, and you're done. Okay. So that is how you access Cengage, either through the Start Here or directly through here, which is your Cengage Login Assignments menu option. Okay. So that is basically the little short overview. I don't want to overwhelm you with information. Please look over the syllabus. It's very important that you print it out, that you read it carefully. Please log into Blackboard daily. This is a summer session. We have a lot to cover in 5 weeks. Okay. Usually it's gonna be 3 weeks of content, and then 2 weeks you're gonna be testing, midterm and final. Okay. So you don't have a lot of time to work on, or you don't have any chance to miss out on doing your work because it's a lot of information being covered in that 5-week time frame. Okay. So please stay organized. Please keep up with all of your assignments. This is a great opportunity to get this course out of the way in a very short period of time, but anticipate spending a good amount of time completing all of the weekly assignments. Okay. Please, I know that we are still having issues with COVID-19. You know, the South Texas College is working on figuring out what is the best practices. Please, if you have any questions, if you know, something happens, you know, please communicate with me. If you fall ill, whatever the case might be, let me know. That way I can work with you. Okay. So that is basically it for this orientation. Let me just show you one quick thing. It is very important that during week number 1, you go in there and you complete your assignments. Okay. Let me show you the calendar. Okay, for the summer 2020. Okay. So we are doing the summer 1 session, this one right here. Classes begin June the 1st, okay? And then by June the 4th, okay? That's the 4th class day, that is Census Day, okay? By that day, students must have completed at least 1 assignment so I can count them present. So it is very important that you log in and you complete 1 quiz, 1 homework, whatever. As long as you complete 1 assignment, I can see that you're active and I can keep you in my course, okay? So this is the schedule. The finals will be July the 1st. That's the end of the term, okay? And then the grades are due by July the 6th, okay? So I just wanted to share with you the schedule for the summer 1. Very important that we complete our assignments promptly, especially for week number 1. Okay? So that is all of the information that I'm going to cover. Please, if you have any questions, do not be shy. Communicate with me. I am here to help you in everything that I can. If you are going through any difficult times, an illness, a death in the family, I am a human being. I understand. You just need to communicate with me. Okay? Let me know what's going on, and I can work with you individually. Okay? You know, I want to encourage all of you to stay safe, wash your hands, practice social distancing. They've required, depending on where we're living, they're requiring us to wear a face mask. Whatever it is, just try to stay safe. And let's continue with our education. We're not going to let COVID-19 stop us from graduating, guys. Okay? So we just need to go out there and get things done. Okay? So it's a pleasure having you in my class. I look forward to an awesome semester with you. And like I said, and I'm going to say it again, please message me. Send me a Blackboard message. Hey, miss, I need to talk to you. Maybe we can set up a Zoom session. Whatever it is. I am here to make sure that you succeed, but that you learn, okay? I'm not going to just give you an A in the class and move you on. No, I want you to learn, okay? I want you to understand the principles or the basics of accounting. So, we're in it together, okay? We're in it to win it. We're going to do great. Just like I said, if you have questions, concerns, you're struggling, reach out to me. I am here to help you as much as I can. Okay, so I want to wish you all a great semester, and be on the lookout for any Blackboard messages or any emails that I send out. Okay, best of luck, guys. Good luck.